So ROMI is a widely abused term. We find ROMI applied to all sorts of things, from equivalent media value. There really is only one form of ROMI that has any validity anywhere in a sane universe, and that is a profit-related ROMI. So when I see and read revenue ROMI, I immediately turn off. I know the author of whatever I'm reading hasn't got the first idea about profit and loss account and about commercial decision making. Revenue ROMI is totally irrelevant, except in some very, very special cases, which is where the marginal cost of extra delivery of a product or service carries no cost with it. So if I am able to increase my revenue by 10% without incurring any extra costs, then yes, the revenue ROMI is valid, but it is by its very nature then a profit ROMI, and it should be referred to as such, and it should be analysed as such, and it should be made clear that that's what it is. But to suggest that if I sell £10 million worth more of a product and I spent £3 million to do that, that I therefore have a positive ROMI when I may only be making a 10% margin on that product in the first place, is insanity. And if we allow that kind of insanity to exist in our evaluations, then we will merely incur the ridicule of the financial community, who will continue to say this is precisely the kind of flakiness that I despise in marketing and advertising. So we've got to nail this one really clearly. ROMI equals profit ROMI, or it's out of the show.
When you look at IPA papers, there are always quite a few that aren't able to include a profit ROMI. So the next best thing is this idea of what's sometimes called an ROI, or a revenue ROMI, the ratio of revenue generated to the amount spent. I think it's not useless, but you shouldn't call it ROMI. And people only do it because they can't get profit margins. I mean, this is a big problem with IPA papers and lots of other areas of evaluation, is that clients just won't share or publish stuff to do with profit margins. So if you can't have access to that information, then looking at revenue effects is better than nothing. And if you have a very large revenue to spend ratio, then often you do know that it's going to be profitable, even if you can't say how profitable.
Case studies have wrestled with this problem for years, and the smart ones, including many of the ones that Les has written over the years, that cannot either get access or reveal margins, often find very clever ways around this. So they'll take the published profit margins of the company as a corporation and apply them, or they'll take category norms and apply them. And these are perfectly valid, if approximate, techniques to convert revenue into profit return. But you do need to do that if you're going to suggest that a revenue figure has a justification, a commercial justification of the amount spent. You need to make that extra leap. You need to be able to suggest with some rigor and credibility that it is likely to have proved profitable at the end of the day, even if you can't be absolute about it.